The Wisconsin men's hockey team is unbeaten through 8 games and up to 10th in the national rankings after sweeping Minnesota at the Kohl Center for the first time since 2014. Senior Christian Fitzgerald had a big night Thursday night, initially credited with a hat trick. Fitzgerald's second goal actually was awarded to Simon Tassi. Nevertheless, Fitzy had 2 goals and 3 points. The Badgers outshot the Gophers 43-16 in a 5-2 victory. Then after a day off Friday, Quinn Finley scored in the first period of the series finale on Saturday. Finley potted a power play goal in the second for a 2-0 lead. And then early in the third, freshman Blake Montgomery scored 2 goals in 21 seconds. And freshman goalie Daniel Hauser became the first Badger goalie to shut out Minnesota in 15 years. So the Badgers are 2-0 to start Big Ten play, and now it's time for a road trip. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Mike Hastings joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
The Badger Hockey Digest, presented by UW Health.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Tacoma for $279 a month or get 2.99% APR for 72 months on a new 2026 Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Have you heard people say women's sports are having a moment?
It's not a moment.
Moments are fleeting. They come and they go.
This isn't just a moment.
But success is nothing new at Wisconsin.
History in Wisconsin.
There's a history here.
Age championship.
So let's celebrate women's sports for what it really is.
It's not a moment.
It's not a moment.
It's a movement.
And you're invited to come along for the ride.
UW Health, proud title sponsor of Badger Women's Sports.
Well, Mike, last Thursday night, Christian Fitzgerald had a pretty big game, and then Saturday, Quinn Finley scored twice. Blake Montgomery scores 2 quickies, and your goaltender was good. Your team allows only 2 goals in the entire series. You sweep Minnesota, so a good weekend, I think, for your club and the fans that turned out.
Yeah, you know what, I thought Saturday night there was a lot of energy in the building, and I didn't know, our start wasn't exactly electric, but I thought, Finn doesn't need a lot of looks to make a difference, and we get a puck blocked by a Gopher, and it goes right to Finn's stick, and in seconds it's in the back of the net, and so that got the crowd into it right away, and it ended up being a really good weekend for us.
And your power play's really been clicking. I know you don't want to give away all your secrets, but why has it been so effective here the last couple of weeks?
We've been direct. For us, it's about taking what they're giving, and for a while there we were getting pucks from the middle of the rink and passing it to the outside of the rink, and I thought Ben Dexheimer did a really good job this weekend at getting pucks to the net. One guy that's really been an ever-present guy for us is Simon Tassi, and when a goalie can't see a puck, it's a little bit more difficult for him to stop it. Mm-hmm. And been really happy because he's gone there, he's taken a lot of abuse, he's gotten some success with it, and hasn't gone to the penalty box, and so that's been a real big driver for us on the power play.
Yeah, and your top power play unit is producing, but so is your second one. In fact, Blake Montgomery had a power play goal in that second game on Saturday.
Yeah, Bruno, if you watch the video on that, Bruno does a really good job of getting the stick pressure, but because Monty had the jump that he had off that face-off and beating the guy off the wall, and then just really his poise and chipping that one up over the shoulder. He's a guy that can make a difference for us, as we're seeing, and hopefully that continues this weekend.
Yeah, Blake Montgomery is a fun-loving young man. Say that 3 times fast. Let's take a couple of minutes with Blake Montgomery. Blake, what's the first few months of being at Wisconsin been like for you?
It's been a whole bunch of fun, a big learning experience because it's very different, with school along with hockey in the mix now, but the coaching staff, the boys, the campus, everyone here, honestly, is just making it really special.
Yeah. You're from Bowie, Maryland. Tell us about your upbringing.
Yeah, my dad, he moved there from Minnesota, so that's how we got into hockey, because he was raised playing hockey in Minnesota. So I grew up there with him, my mom, and my brother, and then he got us some tower skating when we were real young, so that's kind of where we took off with hockey, and then you know, it's beautiful, man, great food, simple town, not the biggest or anything, but, you know, it's home, so.
That's awesome. And Bryce is playing pro hockey, right?
Yes, he is for the Chicago Wolves, and just got to see him play this past Sunday, so that was cool.
That's outstanding. And your mom's a pretty good athlete too, Kimberly,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So do you get your athleticism from your mom or your dad?
I'd say a blend of both. Make them both happy.
You also went from junior high. Obviously, you grew up out on the East Coast and you played, you know, as a youth out there. But then you went to Lincoln and eventually went to London, the Ontario League. So you went from Tier 1 junior hockey in the States to major junior hockey in Canada. What was that transition like?
It was tough, simply because it was so different. Obviously, the USHL is a lot more similar to college hockey style. You know, a lot more physical and fast-paced. And the Canadian hockey was a whole bunch of skill, just more like controlled kind of game. So that transition from mid-season going from USHL to the OHL was tough, but once I kind of got my feet settled and found where my game fit in, it kind of took off well.
Yeah, you played well with the London Knights, and you won the OHL title and the Canadian National Championship. That was quite an accomplishment for your club, wasn't it?
Yes, that was awesome. That was crazy.
Can you tell us? Can fill us in? What was it like? Really?
It didn't feel real at the time, honestly. I mean, because you know that's the goal that team was working towards the whole year, and the group they had for the years before that was there for the former years, and you know you could just tell they wanted it from day one when you got there, and that was the expectation. So for us to go out there and get it done, and especially the way we did it, it was so special.
So you're born and raised an American, but you have a little bit of Canada in your blood now, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you come to Wisconsin and you finally score your first goal against Alaska, and you gallop through 4 different players to get to the net. 4 strides in like 100 feet. Can you describe that goal? Because it was amazing to me.
It was breakout. It started in our own end, so I just wheeled back to gather some speed and see the situation, and then I knew Ozzy was going to move it over to Kyle, so I just darted through the middle and started calling for it. I didn't even know if Kyle saw me, but he put it right on my tape, and the Alaska defenders and forwards and neutral zone, they were kind of sleeping, so I just stepped through and then put it under the glove, and there we were, selling with friends.
It was a beauty. It was a beauty. Your first goal against Minnesota was you just flying off the bench and Vasily Zilanov finding you, right?
All right. Teammates making great plays. Just
For sure.
Finished up.
Exactly, and you did. And then you scored twice on Saturday within 21 seconds. Wow. I mean, you score once, you might as well stay on the ice, right? Yeah. Similar plays, though. I mean, similar shots, right? Yeah, explain those.
Just coming in, because I've been told you, obviously, you know, speed's probably one of my best attributes, so just kind of using that to my advantage, kind of leaning one way or the other, get the goalie moving, and then try and open up a pocket to put.
Yeah, so you're just scratching the surface of your career, and now you're going on the road for the first time. A Big Ten venue, Yost Arena at Michigan. Have your teammates told you what this is going to be like this weekend?
Not too much yet, just mainly pre-scouts, and kind of obviously we know how good they are, but end of the day, we just know what to expect of ourselves, go in, work as hard as we can, and do it the best we can.
All right, Blake, fun watching you play. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Sure, that's freshman Blake Montgomery. We'll be back in just a moment.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Clear your path to a great career today. Climb to reach your career potential with no loans and no debt, so you can earn while you learn. A Wisconsin Operating Engineer's Apprenticeship is your opportunity to work outdoors and get heavy equipment experience. Partner with your employer for serious pay, great health and pension benefits. Acquire real-world experience while building Wisconsin together. To start your career journey, visit join139.com today.
We just heard from Blake Montgomery, and you know his skill set with his size and speed. That's awfully tough for teams to handle, isn't it?
It is, and you know, it took him a little while to adjust. But what he's done is he hasn't just done it once. He's now starting to be an ever-presence for us as far as going through the neutral zone and using his feet. You're seeing it every day in practice, which then translates to what's going on the weekends. And you always love as a coach when a player puts that in and puts the effort into it, he gets rewarded, and he's done that. And so we just need him to continue to do what he's doing and keep his foot on the gas.
Sure. We were talking about your power play a little while ago. Well, Michigan has the #1 power play in the country. They're the 3rd highest scoring team in the country. They also have a goaltender, a freshman who's put up numbers like Wisconsin freshman Daniel Hauser. And this is a tough place to play. First road trip in the Big Ten. Let's see how it plays out, right?
Yeah. I think they're averaging 7 at home.
Yeah.
So it'll be an uphill climb, but I know the guys are excited. We really enjoyed our time here in Madison at the Kohl Center for that 6-game homestand. It's been a while since we've got on the road, and good teams have to find a way to win on the road, so that's what we've got to go do.
Yep, Badgers finished off a unbeaten homestand and now 6-0-2 overall, and they're 2-0 on the road heading to Ann Arbor. The Badgers and the Wolverines face off Friday night at 6 o'clock. The Big Ten Network picked up Saturday's game and moved it to 7 p.m. Both games on the Badgers Sports Network and the Varsity Network app. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin women's hockey team is still ranked #1 in the country despite a series split with 3rd-ranked Minnesota last weekend here at LeBron Arena. The Badgers lost the opener 5-1, but in the nightcap, Maggie Scannell scored 14 seconds in. Kirsten Sims scored 2 minutes later. Kelly Gorbatenko had 2 goals and 3 points, and the Badgers beat the Gophers 7-2. So Mark Johnson's club is 11-1, 7-1 in the WCHA, and idle this weekend. But 5 of Mark's players will be in Cleveland playing for the United States in its rivalry series with Canada ahead of the Winter Olympics in Italy coming up in February. Layla Edwards, Lacey Eden, Kirsten Sims, KK Harvey, Ava McNaughton, and a bunch of former Badgers will play for the United States against Canada Thursday night at 6 o'clock, then Saturday at 5 o'clock in Buffalo. You can watch both games on the NHL Network. My thanks to Jay Williams, Stephanie Olson. I'm Brian Posick. Thank you for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,